When I first started gardening, the relationship that I had with the act of gardening was centered on food. But as my experience has grown, in the classroom, which is what I now understand a garden to be, it's one of the best classrooms you can ever have. Now that I've had a few years of experience, I understand that gardening is really about remembering what it means to be human on the earth. My name is Jamal Wilson. I am the marketing coordinator for Miami Herbert Business School, graduate business admissions, and I'm also a graduate student at the ABBA Center for Ecosystem Science and Policy, getting a master's of professional science in environment, culture, and media. So my own garden started after I returned from my journey through the Americas of volunteering and working with natural builders and community building. I had to come home due to a health emergency. I was bedridden, but I could walk with a cane. And I remember thinking back about my experiences gardening in Central America and South America, and I just felt called. So I decided to really dive into gardening. I got this rain barrel. I just ordered it from Home Depot. I actually built a rainwater catchment slope from pieces of fence from a neighbor's fence that came down during Hurricane Irma. And I have the rain barrel set up right underneath that slope. And so whenever it rains, a good rain comes, the rain will fall, and I'll collect the rainwater right in that barrel. It's really showed me the value of water and the value of clean water. I have a whole new perspective on hearing about people who don't have access to clean water. Places where there's droughts and they actually can't save water. And so it really puts a whole new appreciation of the relationship to water. There's the whole dynamic between our place. When I say our, I mean humans in the larger web of life. And the act of saving water, it's an act of understanding the true role that water plays in the web of life.
I believe from like a local standpoint, especially particularly living here in the city of Miami, we're heavily affected by water conservation efforts like World Water Day because of our immediate impacts that we feel from climate change and things like that. And I think ultimately it's important that people understand that World Water Day is not just one day. When we think about World Water Day, we have to think about it as like 365 days in a quarter, because water conservation doesn't just stop and end on one day. Our World Water Day webinar is going to be March 22nd from 12 to 1. It'll be open to the general public as well as all of the University of Miami community. It's going to be over Zoom, and we're going to be talking about water quality, which is one of the things that we don't really mention a lot when we talk about water conservation.